Ready ka na, Francis? Titingnan muna siya ng doktor bago siya i-COVID shot. Sabihin mo nararamdaman mo. You're nervous. Ayan.
Dad, I want you to feel comfortable. All right.
Okay.
Shoot the questions, Mom. What is the concerns?
Just making sure that he's okay for COVID shot today.
COVID shots is like any other shot, okay? It is not a live virus vaccine. It's a killed virus, and also it's kind of a mRNA vaccine. Children have, how old is he?
11.
11. So 5 years to 11-year-old, they get 1/3 of the dose, and then the adult dose. 12 and above need to get the full dose.
A full dose,
So when is
okay.
his 12th birthday?
February.
Okay, so he still kind of needs just a lower dose. So what happens is, even though they get 1/3 of the adult dose, they have a very good immune response, better, and so really from the vaccine there is no problem. Few cases were reported to have what's called myocarditis, but that's the older adult vaccine, not all teenagers. It's 30 years and all that, very rare, but nobody needed to be hospitalized, and nobody had a long-term problems, or kind of they find incidental finding, but any virus can do that too. Okay, so for example, if you didn't protect him and he gets a COVID also can give rise to those problems. Okay, so you have to weigh the benefit versus kind of side effects, and knowing that side effects is very little, like local reaction, fever, feeling fever and chill, that you also have it with the flu symptoms, but it's not going to cause him a problem, whereas not protecting him expose him to COVID, and these viruses are becoming notorious. They are changing one little structure and behaving kind of, there's so many variants of COVID. The last year we had just COVID-19, and this year we have Delta variant, in UK different variant. There's like changes in structures and behaves entirely different. So we don't know how this virus will be going down the line. So at least we know, yes, these vaccines did protect even with variant variety. So at least their immune response is good, and protection is the best. And luckily these 2 years he hasn't had any infection, COVID or kind of so touch wood. And so they have a good immune response, and all family members got the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us.
Okay,
I just
so
got
did you
my
guys
boosters.
had any side effects?
For me, just the body ache, chills.
And the
then-
soreness or the
yeah.
site of injection. I had the third dose. For that, I did feel like 102 fever, but third dose. First two, I didn't have any problem. So one day, kind of 24 hours later, had a chills and fever. Took Tylenol and the fever broke, and that's end of the story. I was fine on the third day.
Mine, I have lymph nodes
Okay.
on my armpit
Okay.
after my second dose.
Okay. So armpit area, but you checked your breast. You didn't have any infection, no skin problems.
No.
Okay. So you can have kind of reactive lymph node, but usually if you get the shots, I expect more on the lymph node on that side than under the arm. And this arm kind of armpit is like it drains kind of breast and skin around that area, and maybe a little bit underarm. So I really feel like that lymph node doesn't make sense for me. But you can have a systemic kind of illness, like a little lymph node, and maybe kind of as a part of a whole systemic response, you may. But how big was the lymph nodes?
Not too big,
It's a tiny
but
one.
I can feel it, and it's painful.
But did you had a fever?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, so those are all systemic response, but he should do well, especially only 1/3 of the adult dose, and kind of he's actually, if he's 12, I would have recommended the adult dose. If he's like birthday is like in 1 week or 2 weeks, I would rather ask him to wait. And there was a kid like that. So I recommended wait, and because he was nice and chubby also, so I wanted him to get. He's 11 now, but then in 1 week or 2 weeks, like he's going to be
it's closer to
12.
the birthday.
So I kind of thought like he will benefit from a higher dose. And looking at him, kind of he can also afford to have the adult dose, but he's physically not 12, so I cannot give him that.
So for him, it's just like because his birthday is February.
Mhm.
So after the February, so recommended he had a
No,
booster
he doesn't
shot?
need it. If he finishes these two,
Mhm.
he doesn't need it.
Oh.
But then 6 months later, if he wants to
Booster.
get the booster, they're not recommending for this young age group give a boosters, but 18 and older,
Okay.
whoever wants a, right now they are talking about that. See, now older people only get the third shot, like 60 and older. So we are all kind of recommended, mandated. But then they are going to open up for a younger age group too. See, from 18 years, kind of you guys, if you want to get it, but you have to wait 6 months from the second dose for the third
Okay.
dose. I don't think that is opened up for that age group. So, but he needs to get the 3 weeks later the Pfizer,
Second
what they
The second
recommend.
one.
Okay? Yeah, so he should do well. I don't expect first 2 vaccines anything, but then with the flu vaccine, how you can have sometimes chills and fever, but it doesn't cause the actual infection. So you should be okay.
So we got the flu shot like last month.
Okay, and he did pretty good.
Did you feel okay? The flu shot? So he's okay.
He's been a champion. And how is he doing with his allergies? And when was the last time he needed to use an inhaler? So he's
Been a
been
long
doing
time,
really good,
yeah.
very good. So he's probably outgrown his asthma. High five.
So I can give him Tylenol after the
If he
shot.
need it, if he need it. You don't want to mask the fever, kind of you want to see if he's complaining, Mom, my arm hurts, or kind of okay to do it, with a little cold compress if he develops redness or anything. And it's within the 24-hour period. If he needs it, he can.
Okay.
Any other question, Nat?
No, that's the only concern you have. But
Yeah, so that is very few cases when compared to so much kind of cases who needing hospitalization, end up having other problems. By not giving, you can still have myocarditis, endocarditis, or even death from that. So when compared to that little population who had, but nothing needed to be, even if they had that issue, didn't leave a permanent damage. It didn't need, nobody died of the myocarditis, and that doesn't need a hospitalization.
that's the heart problem for the teenagers.
Seniors, no. So they
Oh, the
found
same.
like 18 to kind of a 30, 40 years old, that age group. There are 77 cases with millions of cases being given, only that much reported with myocarditis. So, but then nobody died from that. Nobody kind of needed a hospitalization, and so nothing left to like permanent damage. See, sometimes when you have heart issue, kind of leave a problem, they recovered well. So that you can have hand-foot-mouth syndrome, any other viral infections, you can
That's
have
gonna
kind
be
of a
the
little
same.
myocarditis, pericarditis can happen. Okay. I had a child with hand-foot-mouth syndrome. 1 week, 3 times she came when I was in the other office. I ended up having a thyroiditis from that virus. So the same virus can also give rise to kind of a endocarditis, myocarditis, and all that. So common viral infections. It's just the inflammation, but it hasn't left any damage, or it doesn't incapacitate them for permanently or anything. He should do well.
Okay, well, thank you. For
And
that.
he's outgrown his kind of allergies and asthma, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
All right? Doing well in school? Protection is the best. Okay? Very good. So they scheduled him for what time?
3 o'clock.
Okay.
So can we go now, or we can?
I don't know. You can sign up. You are here,
Oh.
so let me find out. But they don't give it in my office.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll ask them what is the process. So if they are early, they
Buddy, go ahead and step on the scale for me. I'm gonna take your weight. You can leave your shoes on. I think they just weighed you probably, huh? No, so it could be up to 6 weeks. Yeah, but ideally, yeah.
Tanggalin mo na yung jacket mo, anak.
Okay, so first brand. Which arm are we doing, Francis? Your left? Okay. So are you consent consenting for him to receive his first pediatric COVID vaccine? Okay, do you consent for us to share this information with the San Diego Immunization Registry?
Yeah.
Okay. And is he immunocompromised or receiving any anticoagulant therapy?
No.
No. Has he had a serious reaction to any vaccine?
No.
Is he allergic to any medication or any foods?
No.
No. Okay. And this will be his first dose. So scheduling would be 21 days later from today. So after December 9th, you can go ahead and schedule his next dose, okay?
Okay. We can do that downstairs?
You can see if they can help you. How did you schedule the first one? On the app?
Yeah, on the portal.
On the portal. You can do it the same way.
Okay.
After I give him this, then you guys are able to schedule.
Okay.
Okay.
So the vaccine for 5 to 11 that he's going to get
It's the pediatric.
Pediatric.
Pfizer, yes. When does he turn 12?
February.
Okay, no, he'll still get the pediatric dose, yeah,
Okay.
because he'll be 11 before, yeah.
He'll be 12.
No, but he'll be 11
At the
before he turns, like, you know, his next dose will be due before he turns 12.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the 11 and 12 dose?
It's a smaller dose. He's just receiving a third, yeah, than the adult dose. Yeah.
For the 12 years old, what do you
They're
call
receiving
that?
a full dose, a full adult dose.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
12.
Yes.
And so he opened, so he puts them up
Okay, so you want left, right?
and then
This one? Yeah, okay.
Are you recording, anak? Okay.
It was straight. Good.
Just use use the right hand for your cell phone. Okay.
Are you nervous? Yes. You should be excited. That's it.
That's it.
Awesome.
That's fast. Is it painful?
Yeah.
So I think we have to wait, right?
Yes, you guys have to wait 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Just to monitor him.
So if ever he has feel for something, can we give
You
him?
could give him Tylenol. Yeah, if he's like sore. But you know, we haven't had any direct reactions with our kids. They're doing so well. Yeah, not like the adults. Yeah, they've been doing. Here, I'm gonna have you hold that, and then you guys can take a seat over here, okay? And then just
Okay.
wait the 15 minutes, okay? And then I'll create his card right now, okay?
Okay. Okay, so waiting lang. 15 minutes. We only need 13 minutes to stay here. 13 more minutes. Oh, 12 more minutes. Huh? You shaking? Which one? Your arm? Yeah, ganyan talaga. That's the medicine. Shaking daw.
Feel like heavy, right?
No.
Shaking daw.
I'll be with you guys, okay?
So si Daddy pala today yung booster niya. Oh, Francis, Anna, how do you feel? How do you feel?
Okay.
Good? Sakit pa yung arm mo? Ha?
No.
Halika na, let's go. Nakatapos na rin. Eto, gusto mo mag-elevator na lang tayo. Pindutin mo, anak. 1. Okie dokie, so Daddy has had his booster shot today, and then si Francis, Siya naman yung first shot niya ng COVID. Sana everything's good, everything's fine. And waiting sa second shot ni Francis after 3 weeks. Okidoki. Si Mami hindi pa alam kung kailan magpapa-booster. We'll see.
Alright, you consent for us to give them the COVID-19 vaccine.
What's that? I'm
You
sorry.
give us consent to give them the vaccine. Consent for San Diego Immunization Registry. Perfect. He's not currently sick today.
No.
Does he have any allergies to medications or food?
No.
Perfect. And then any bleeding disorders?
No.
Immunocompromised?
No.
He did okay with his first one.
Yes.
Perfect. And now we're gonna do right or left arm.
Left.
Alright, that's it. Okay, right there.
Kaya akala ko nabibidyo ka. Why? Oh yeah, huwag mong tanggalin yan. Ba't tinanggal mo yan?
To get my jacket on.
Oh.
Ready? Alright, which arm are you doing again? You good? Yeah, you seem good. I'll take it. Alright, couple deep breaths. And out. 1, 2, and 3. Done. Easy, right? Good job. Who is it?
15 minutes.
So, timer. You guys can wait right over here,
Okay.
okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's go, Francis. Was it?
I didn't feel anything.
Huh?
I didn't feel anything.
You're not feeling good?
I didn't feel anything.
You didn't feel anything.
Itchy.
Francis. How do you feel, Francis? Francis, talk to Mommy.
Wow. That means I'm fully vaccinated now.
2 more weeks.
And now I'm fully vaccinated. Wait, in 2 more weeks I'm getting another one?
No. You look at previous one. May mo to?
Okay, so si Francis na-vaccine na siya. Second COVID shot. Second COVID shot. Second COVID vaccine. Kanina. So, he's doing okay naman.
Mom! That's why when I came here, said
Arte. So, waiting. Sana maging okay naman yung vaccine niya. Katulad last time na wala siyang any side effects. Like, wala siyang body ache, no fever, no anything. Sana ganun din sa second dose niya. Okie dokie. See you later.
Doki, something.